Mick, I thought you were in jail.
I got out a couple of weeks ago. I was at the last meeting.
I was sick. Couldn't make it last week. But how'd you get out?
They couldn't convict me.
But I mean...
Jury nullification. They were patriots.
So, you back in the chairman role?
Yeah, right back at it. I've got something special.
Good. Been a bit chaotic without you.
Your attention, please. We'll skip all preliminaries. I've got a special guest to introduce today. I present to you the next President of the United States. Senator, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairman. We've reached a critical juncture in our struggle. I can feel it. I'm sure you can all feel it too. Things are coming to a head, and the coming days will make us or break us. That's why I'm taking the extraordinary step of making my support for Union for Humanity public. Many of you have been harassed by President Kruk's police state. He does everything he can to make it unsafe to be a patriot. They've called us terrorists. They've invoked anti-terrorism laws against us. They've deployed the FBI and Homeland Security against us. Many Union for Humanity patriots are in jail as we speak. Some of our best, like your colleagues J.D. Downs and Donald Northerland, have been murdered by Kruk's goons. But the time has come for us to push back, to put our cards on the table and play this out to the end, to our ultimate goal. Yes, and we're closer to victory than you may realize. Hardcase is dead. Reports indicate Blackburn has gone insane. LaQuille is terrified since the kidnapping. Earhart's brief corporate success came crashing down on him. This is our moment of opportunity. We must drive these abominations out of public life once and for all. We must ensure they can never blend in unnoticed, while they're still small in number. Chairman?
We're asking each of you to patrol an assigned area near your homes. They've changed their faces, so we're not sure exactly what they look like now, but there are a variety of ways they can give themselves away. You'll get a detailed dossier on what to look for. When you spot them, loudly let them know they're not welcome, and alert on our app so a like-minded crowd can gather quickly.
Is that all? Just tell them they're unwelcome.
Just by showing them how we feel, and showing them we're all around them and not some tiny minority, we believe we can drive them back to Monolith Eigen. And once we have all the threats back in one building, keeping in mind Monolith Eigen itself is the biggest threat. Once we have all the threats in one place, it'll be simple to eliminate them.
How?
Their weak point is their CEO, Martha Vang. If we apply personal pressure to her, a kind of pressure she can't ignore, then it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
QuietPlease.org presents Beyond Awakening. Starring John Gauntz as Mac Hardcase, Gwyneth Knight as Tricia Blackburn, Steph Canapa as Misty LaQuille, and David Loftus as Clay Earhart. Episode 19, Fantasy.
Over here!
Trisha, it's nice to see you. How have you been?
Been losing my grip on reality and planning a final break from it. And you? How are you?
I've been okay.
Is that the truth?
I wish the captain was here.
I guess he was pretty important to you.
Sorry I'm a little late. Traffic.
You're right on time.
Welcome to Sunny Oak Cafe. Now that you're all seated, Please scroll through your
Somehow the
menus
Chimera's
and tap
food
what you'd like to
replicator
order.
felt less
A
impersonal.
robo-waiter will bring your water shortly.
Let's cut to the chase. I want to go back.
Are you sure you've considered all the aspects of that decision?
What have I got to lose? I'll never get out of my medical debt from the bombing. Monolith Eigen basically owns me. I have to take antipsychotic meds to keep a grip on reality. And I don't want reality.
I see 2 of you have ordered. Please let me know if you'd like anything or have any questions about our menu.
Be patient, robot.
You have another 7 minutes, 12 seconds to order before your seat becomes available for reservation. Thank you.
There's only one way to fix all this. A memory edit.
I don't want to forget everything we've learned here. I'm not going to take a memory edit,
Me neither.
but I'm still open to going back into the simulation. I mean, I haven't decided, but I'm considering it.
We had a mission here.
We did?
Minnie told us we were here to bring a vision from our idealized future and share it to help save their society. Maybe it was a lie. Maybe her real motives were more sinister, but I took that as my mission.
Talk about an impossible task.
Yeah, that's what I've discovered. We can't remake this society. It has no interest in us as anything but tools for their agendas. Monolith Eigen for their agenda, President Kruk for his, Senator Ives for hers, Interplantech for theirs, and so on.
I give up. That's all there is to do.
But does giving up necessarily mean we can't live out our lives here?
But is this really my life? That's my problem personally.
What do you mean, Misty?
I'm Cthulhian. Well, maybe I'm not. I couldn't be stoic or brave like them. But I'm closer to that than I am to this. I'm a Confederation officer. I've done everything I can to conform here. I've learned to talk like them, to act like them, but it's not me. It's an act. And I can't go on acting forever. That's just too depressing to contemplate. Clay, you were so insistent you'd leave Dr. Earhart behind you and create your own identity. What have you come up with?
Most people spend decades figuring out who they are, sometimes their whole life. A lot of them never figure it out. It was overambitious of me to hope to work it all out in 6 months.
So that's the question here, really. Should we stick it out for decades like most people, or give up now?
We know Captain Hardcase's answer.
I don't think personal development is enough for me without societal progress. To stay with this society, I need to believe they're evolving into something better, no matter how slowly. It seems like they're all out for themselves. Things are only getting worse.
They're human beings. There's capacity for good in everyone.
But also a capacity for evil, and evil has all the levers of power here. These people are constantly being manipulated by fear. When someone like Senator Ives gets them to fear us, the mammalian part of their brains shuts down, and they act from core reptilian survival instinct. We can't reason with the reptile.
Why do you think they do that? The manipulators, I mean?
For their own agenda. Corruption, probably. If Ives keeps people in reptilian mode, she can get away with whatever she wants because people feel they need to unconditionally support her as a matter of life and death. If you've seen any of their political ads, they make everything a matter of life and death. We're just one more tool, one more minority that can't fight back that they can make people terrified of. They make people voluntarily surrender their civil rights to help stop us.
Seemed like President Kruk was on our side.
But even he seems ready to make us wear identifiers if the political winds demand it. He may not be using us like Ives. We're just a liability for him, so he'll let her steamroll us to prove he's not soft. It's not going to be safe out here much longer.
It never was safe. I got my head blown apart before we even left Monolith Eigen.
And I got kidnapped and nearly killed. Only you got to experience the illusion of safety, Clay.
I guess we never really recognize privilege until it's gone.
It's the cyborgs! What they're talking about! They must be the cyborgs!
Maybe meeting in public wasn't the smartest idea.
Are you all just gonna let them eat? or we can let them know they're not welcome.
We'll be going now. We don't want any trouble.
Illegal activity detected. Property damage detected. This establishment is now locked down, and the police have been summoned. We apologize for the inconvenience. You will all be allowed to leave once the criminals have been arrested.
Officer, can we go?
That man says you punched him.
After he threw a glass at my head.
Some witnesses agree with you, but others say you attacked Mr. Davis unprovoked, or that all three of you joined in.
Aren't there cameras?
I'm placing you all under arrest. We'll sort it out later.
You're letting me go? You're dropping charges?
We're not dropping charges. You're getting out on bail.
Cash bail. Such a blatantly unfair system designed to perpetuate subjugation of your poor.
Well, it's lucky for you we brought it back, because you've got rich friends. Monolith Igun put up bail for you, so you'll be in their custody until your trial date.
I've always been in their custody.
We are your family, Mr. Earhart. Your home.
For lack of any other options.
Dr. Vatika told me you were thinking of coming back to live in the simulation.
It seems to be the only option.
You don't have to live in the simulation, you know. You could just live in the building.
That's just a nicer jail. And Trisha and Misty seem to want that simulated life.
You'd feel lonely if you were the only one awake?
I guess so. And bored. But I do want to retain the ability to wake up if I should decide to.
The system can listen for you to say a code phrase. Something you couldn't say by accident, but won't forget.
That'll suffice.
Now, let's get you home.
By which you mean...
Monolith Igun, of course. It seems the world just isn't ready for the three of you.
You don't have to gloat about it.
I'm not gloating. I'm genuinely disappointed.
It's bad news for the company, after all. Your stock must be tanking.
The inability to bring our full product to the full market at the present time does present a fiscal challenge. But we have the ability to pivot, and you still represent substantial shareholder value to be unlocked in other ways.
My, you say the nicest things.
Mrs. Fang?
Yes, what is it, Trisha?
Since I won't need them anymore, I want to transfer my apartment and car to my friend Hope.
Your homeless friend?
How do you know about her? But that's right. Please.
Yeah, that's not happening. No way.
Why not?
She just trashed the place. Someone like that, there's a reason for their situation.
You don't know her at all. I do. I'm vouching for her.
There's no way we're going to sign off on that, and we don't have to. Forget it. But don't worry. You aren't going to remember her anyway, so this won't bother you for long.
Oh, I look forward to forgetting what you're really like.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but if that brings value to our shareholders, then I'm willing to suffer.
Yeah, you're a real hero.
How much do you want to forget?
Everything since I woke up in January. Actually, let's go back even further. Everything after the Chimera exploded.
That's a lot of experience to deprive yourself of.
None of it good. I want to be the person I was before. And don't you dare tell me about this later, no matter what I say, no matter how much I might suspect or demand to be told. Promise me. Everyone.
If that's what you really want, okay.
You too, Misty.
I promise.
Are there any changes you'd like made in Ensign Blackburn?
I can change anything?
Sure.
I'd like a family. A family that lives with me on the Chimera.
What kind of family?
Let's make it a husband and 2 kids. A boy and a girl, ages 6 and 9.
Aren't you a bit young to have a 9-year-old?
Make me a little older, say 28 or 29. Give me a good husband and happy, healthy kids. My husband should be 2 meters tall, slim physique, minimal body hair, green eyes, dark hair, 28 years old. Let's make him the ship's botanist. He has a way with plants. Can make anything thrive. Smart, but not quite as smart as me. Assertive, but relents to my desires.
Wow. I can see you've been thinking about this for a while.
We can generate some prototypes of the husband and kid characters and let you refine them from there.
That'd be great. Also, I want you to make my brother not have drowned when we were kids.
No problem. Should I filter out other negative memories I find?
No, not everything. I don't want a perfect life. I just want my brother alive.
This is Martha Vang.
Hello, Miss Vang.
Who is this?
Do you know where your daughter is?
Excuse me?
She's in Miss Fernandez's class. The seat third from the door, in the back row.
What is this?
She's fine, and she'll remain fine, if you're smart.
If you think you can get away with...
3 cyborgs are back with you now.
What does that have to do with...
You're going to put them to sleep.
You mean...
Permanently.
I can't commit murder.
Hell, just keep them drugged and unconscious on life support like you did for the last 3 years. We're not picky. We just want them out of commission.
I don't suppose you'll just take my word for it that it's been done.
We're keeping a constant watch on the building to prevent anyone slipping out, and Senator Ives will observe the procedure.
And how do you expect me to get them to agree?
Who said they need to agree, or know anything about it? Just remember, if you fail, Union for Humanity will see to it that your daughter pays the price. And there are way too many of us for you, or the police, to stop us all. And you're not going to talk to the police, because quite a lot of them are on our side. And if we hear you've involved them, then we'll have to demonstrate our displeasure.
You're despicable.
I'm defending the human race from your attempt to destroy us. I'll do what needs to be done. Now, it's up to you to do what you need to do.
Mrs. Vang? I thought you'd like to know. I finished coding the parameters of the new simulation. We just need to define a few more of Trisha's memory edits.
Things just got a little more complicated.
I've got some memories for you to sample, Trisha.
Memories to sample?
You can experience them briefly and let me know if you'd like any changes to them before we implant them.
That's novel. Okay, show me.
Put the headset on.
Miss! You dropped your HoloLink!
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
What?
You're so beautiful. I've never seen a woman so beautiful.
Oh, I bet you say that to everyone.
Never. I've never said it before.
This is the first hoverball game I've ever attended. You?
I've been to lots. Say, we seem to be heading in the same direction. Where's your seat?
FG 36D2.
Whoa, that's right next to my seat. It's fate.
A bit cliche, but I think it's cute.
Can you make it a soccer game?
Sure, no problem. Any special requests for particular memories you'd like to see next?
Show me something with my brother when we were teenagers. Not this.
Don't worry.
Hang on, Peter! I'm coming! You're going to be okay.
Thanks, sis. That was close. If you weren't here, I'd have drowned.
That's more like it. Keep these challenges, but make them come out right in the end. Thanks, Doctor.
Our pleasure.
Why do I keep finding myself in these waking chambers?
Because you know it's where you can find me.
Captain, I'm so glad you're okay. I'd heard something.
Don't believe the rumors people spread. I've never felt better. But don't call me Captain.
All right, Mac. I was always too formal with you, wasn't I?
It's never too late to learn to loosen up.
I've never told you how I felt. I guess because I didn't know.
You can feel, Misty?
I'm human, Mac. Just like you.
I'm glad you're starting to accept that.
Sometimes I'm human. Sometimes I'm not. Mac, watch out! He's got a gun!
Don't worry. This is what I want.
Like everyone else, or
Why
why
didn't
this
you
world's
move?
the way it is.
Why did you let him shoot you?
Striding about it.
Wake up, Misty. It's your big day.
I haven't changed my mind.
Have you?
No. Just checking if I still have the option.
Of course you do.
Crowd out there doesn't sound like I have a choice.
I guess the word got out somehow. They're here to gloat. At least you wouldn't have to hear them where you're going.
I'd like to thank the three of you for your trust and faith.
Don't remind me. We just don't have any alternative left.
Well, I can assure you this won't be for nothing. The world may not be ready for us right now, but it'll have to accept us eventually. We're going to get a lot of data.
Miss Wang, I don't think they care about that stuff like we do.
Oh? Well, best of luck to you anyway.
We'll need it.
Can we get started now?
In a minute. First, I have to go get Senator Ives.
I was wondering how long you'd dare make me wait.
Patience, Senator. You've won.
So I have. The 3 survivors are prepared for their injections?
Yes.
Do you have them strapped down and gagged? Wouldn't imagine they'd go quietly.
I've told them they're just going back into the simulation for a bit. That requires a general anesthetic, too.
Ah, clever. Although what's about to happen would be more satisfying if they knew.
Sorry to deprive you, Senator.
Hello there, cyborgs. I'm sure you remember me.
Get her out! Make her leave!
I'm sure she'd love to, but I have certain privileges as a United States Senator.
She can only observe.
She's just here for the satisfaction of winning, of seeing us surrender.
It would have been a shame to not get to see the elimination of your threat to humanity personally.
Elimination?
All right, we need you 3 to just lie down on your beds here.
I'll be attaching these IV drips. There'll be just a small needle in your arm. A quick pinch.
And then?
You'll start to feel drowsy. It'll happen pretty quick. You'll just fade off to sleep. And that's it.
That better not be permanently yet.
You'll wake up again together inside the simulation.
After how long?
It'll be a few hours in reality, but for you it'll feel like seconds.
Do you all understand what's going to happen?
I understand.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if I understand, I won't remember this.
You may proceed.
Can you all hear me?
We hear you. Where the heck are we? I was aboard the Chimera, and then it's
You were captured and drugged. I've just destroyed the clerk's mind probe machine. Now we need to get you off this planet and back to the Chimera.
Great work, Jim. I've never been more proud of you.
Captain, you're alive.
I've always been alive. What happened to your accent, Misty?
You don't It's the stress of the Clerg mind probe. Must have changed it, sir.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, sir.
There are similar cases in the medical literature.
Humans! The humans are escaping! The humans!
Nice shot, Jin.
Let's get you guys out of here before more Clerg realize what's happening. I parked the shuttle behind a hill just north.
Okay, you heard my brother. Let's move, everyone.
Laying in a course back to the Chimera. I'm seeing a bunch of Clerg ships lifting off behind us. It's about to get busy.
Can we do an emergency superluminal jump?
In the atmosphere? That's dangerous.
So are the Clerg.
Clerg ships will intercept us in 15 seconds. We won't be able to escape the atmosphere in time.
Then we've got to take the risk. Punch it, Ensign.
Executing superluminal jump.
We did it! We escaped! We're all alive!
Doc, Misty, Blackburn. Why the word looks? We won! It's all smooth sailing from here.
Beyond Awakening, Episode 19, Fantasy, was written and produced by Paul Aram. It starred David Loftus as Clay Earhart, Gwyneth Knight as Trisha Blackburn, Steph Canapa as Misty LaQuille, Kate J. White as CEO Martha Bang, Adam Wade as Chairman Mick, Audrey J. Williams as Senator Barry Ives, Sweena Mangal as Dr. Maya Vatika, John Gauntz as Mac Hardcase, Sam Lumo as the City of Sacramento police officer, Sean Curran as Jim Hardcase, Kirk Castor as Nurse Felix, Andrew Brisbane as Trisha's husband, Aaron Summonsby as Priscilla Prescott, Mel Crushmore as Dr. Minnie Moreau, Tony Westfield as the Angry Cafe patron, Cecil Sykes as the gunman, and Genesis Greenwood as Trisha's brother. The crowd chants included Leo Kasarovic, Hannah Williams, Willow Kay, and Paul Nerum. This is Paul Nerum. Music licensed from Joel Studler and Creative Commons Zero at public domain sources. Special thanks to our backers who made this season possible. Jamie Henderson, Joanne Phillips, George Williams, Gutty Mangente, EVD, Dave, Capable T001, Sydney Amanya, Steph, and Kyle Walkinghat. To learn more about Beyond Awakening or support the show, go to quietplease.org/awakening. Thanks for listening to Season 2. Hopefully this is just the beginning and we'll be back to try crowdfund for a third season soon.